and welcome to another chapter. Welcome to another chapter. This is the first segment of me talking about my best friend for 13 years. So, you're gonna hear along why we stopped being friends. We have about like 6 episodes of telling you why, and then you understand. But the first one, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. Well, I'm gonna tell you about her. Well, I'm not call her name, I call her Sambi, alright? So, Miss A, Miss A decided said we're gonna be friend or we be friend. All right. I was at high school. We went to the same high school. Meanwhile, Sam, she was about when she was in about 12th grade, and I was in 12th grade. We were about we go from 8th grade to 12th grade. That's how I know her. After it would be in my class, some of my class, not all of them, because when you're in high school, they always have different part of school stuff. So she'll be in three of my in my classroom, three of them. So one day I decided to say she decided to say we was in the classroom, the math classroom, and she was like, well, I'm going home about I come to school, I'm not going to go, I'm leaving about fifth period to have eight class. So we leave in fifth period. She said, I'm leaving school fifth period. So after math class, I'm not gonna be here. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna lend you my book. Because she come in, she was this beautiful girl, this big ears ring girl. She look always bring name brand, come on school, always dressed too much. Always have the pack. She always talk to a lot of boys. A lot of boys want her. She always be hanging out with a lot of boys. She was like the famous girl. I was one of the girls that would just stand out as bright color girl and me not talk to a lot of people. So that means said I would just say I'm not a nerd, but I would have call it like I love to wear bright clothes and they would not match. They are just regular do they do. It never pricey clothes that I would be like, yo, I would stand out. No, it would just be the bright color. Like they know me as the bright color, mission match person. So in our math class, so she decided said, so when she come there, she was like, can I borrow your book? Because she didn't the class run out of book, like math book. So she was like, can I borrow your book like you're not using it? I was like, okay, you can have my book, borrow my math book. When you done pass math book over back. So me can carry go on my yard, go do my homework. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna use your book. So she was using my book and she come like she read the book and she get frustration and she said she'll pack up and leave and go home. So I went to the bathroom. When I come back I don't see her. And I was like to the lady, where's my you see the girl when I lent my book to? She was like, no. She walked out the classroom. I was like, damn. So I run behind her and I see her going through the door. I said, can I have my book? She was like, come for it later. I live at like she would have said, I live at South Side. So come to South Side and I'm like 1 minute away from South Side. So I was like, okay, she try and play me now. So I was like, so after that, I went back to classroom and I was so upset and all of that. So I call her. So I couldn't wait when school done. So I called her and be like, so I went home and I called her. I said to her, I say, you leave my book? Where's my book? She was like, I have my book. I said, I need my book for homework because I have some homework. So she was like, well, you have to come to my house to get it. I was like, I'm not coming to your house. I don't know you like that. I'm not coming to your crib. So she was like, well, you're not going to get your book. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get my book. Best believe with me. Stop pushing your luck. So she was like, well, you got to come first. So I was like, I want to do my math problem. So I put on my clothes, I pick up a stick from out of my house, and I I pay $1.50. I could jump on the dollar van because I used to live in Utica. So I jump on the dollar van. When I reach down there now, I ring the doorbell. A lady answered downstairs. I was like, wow. So she was like, that's the wrong doorbell. So I ring the other doorbell. Some guy answered. She was like, that's the wrong doorbell. So I ring the other one. She was like, okay, I hello. And I was like, I said to her, I come for my book. She was like, come upstairs. I was like, I'm not coming to your crib. I want my book. Fling my book down to the window. So she was like, I'm not flinging your book down to your window. So she come downstairs with a smile on her face. She opened the door. I still have my stick in my bag. So She come upstairs, she laughed. When I go upstairs, our friend, my cousin was upstairs in the couch watching TV. So I was like, "Where's my book?" I come for my book. She was like, "No, sit down." I was like, "Sit down for what?" She was like, Sit down. I want to talk to you." I was like, "What you want to talk to me for?" She was like, "Well, this is why I took your book is a big deal because I wanted to be your friend, and I was not bold enough to tell you that I wanted to be your friend. And the way I carry myself, I feel like you was gonna be, I feel like say you was." Harder to approach because you were gonna say I wear big ears ring, name brand clothes and all of that. So you was gonna be timid. I said to her, "Bitch, I never intimidated nobody. So what are you talking about?" So she was like, "Well, I want to be your friend." And then she was like, "You want some new goods with chicken?" I said, "I don't want your food. I don't trust nobody, so I'm not gonna want your food." So our cousin was like, "Why you being like that rude in somebody else?" I said, "I never wanted to come here in the first place. So who's you?" Because I never wanted coming here in the first place. I wanted to just go home. She took my book for no reason. She was like, that's the reason you don't have find a friend. I said, "Oh, you know I'm short of friend." I turned to her and said, "Oh, you know I'm a short of friend. Me never want a friend." So she was like, so after she passed my book and I was walking out, she was like, "Can you stay, please?" So I sit down back in front of her computer. I decided, say, if she was not gonna give me my book, I'm gonna use my hand and I was gonna box up the computer off the table. So she gave me the book and I sit there, she having a conversation. Then after that, that's when we started our friendship. And you if you like this story time, and I would tell you, just tell me continue with the story time, and I will tell you what happened, that we are not no longer no more friends and all this stuff. So if you want to hear more, please subscribe to my story time and part one. This is my chapter one. So it's called the best friend, or you get your best friend, or you lose your best friend segment. So continue, watch this. This is part one. And don't forget to always share the videos, thumbs up the video, subscribe, get me to 100,000. So please and thank you. It's highly appreciated. If you have any comments about friends and stuff, you can leave in the box below. It's highly appreciated. I will answer every text message that come on my page. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Bye.